All right, quick change, and we are going to get started. All right, let's grab everybody. Here we go. Bingo. Good morning, everybody. Looks like, oh, nice. Audio's rocking and rolling. Bingo. Stream is up. Good morning, everybody. Great to see you. It's another beautiful day here in OFA. Excited to get started, get right into it. I know we have lots of questions because we have lots of action. So without further, look at you guys. Amazing. Everybody knows the drill here. If we have questions, yeah, there we go. If we have questions, go ahead and raise your hand. We have a bunch of hands up, so let's get right into it. If you guys are watching in the stream, make sure to check in with me. Let me know, where are you watching from? Where are you located at in the world? One of the coolest things about ClickFunnels is we're a global company, right? Russell teaches on a framework level. So here in OFA, we're teaching Russell's frameworks, but Russell teaches on a framework level. So whether you're New York or Hong Kong or anywhere in between, if you have a business that needs to acquire leads and turn those leads into sales, which is every business, what we're learning here works out beautifully. I get to work with people all across the world, and I'm always going to think it's really cool just to see where everybody is from. So make sure to check in if you're watching the stream. Mark has his hand up first, so let's get it started with Mark. Good morning, sir. How are we?
Hey,
Hey.
I'm good. Like I said, I've been talking to some property managers,
Yeah,
uh, and I may have a couple actual meetings with them.
fantastic.
So my question is, it's more strategy, I guess. Would you suggest, like if so, I sent them my funnel, okay? But my question is there a way, A, you don't have to show me right now, but is there a way to clone a funnel, just the whole funnel? And would you suggest tailoring it to like ABC property management, putting their logo on it or something like that? Or what are your thoughts on that?
Great questions here. So first off, good job doing the thing, Mark. I can hear in your voice. It seems like you might be a little bit surprised that you got meetings with property investors. Is that right?
I am, but of course, it's just like when I started my mattress business locally,
Mm-hmm.
when you haven't done the thing, you're kind of nervous and how's it going to work? Now that's very low. That's another story. I won't bore you with that right now. But anyway, but after you do it, and I've been in sales for a while, so it won't be that big a deal. But I want to, I don't want to mess up either. I want to put my best foot forward. And on top of that, since because if you need to show my funnel or you're going to show me how to clone it, we can do that. But
Yep.
one of them said, "Well, what's in it for us?" And so I said, I hadn't really thought about it. I thought, well, I'll give you a 10% commission on each sale. I thought, just on my price point and so forth, I could afford to do that. So
Yep.
my follow-up question is on that same funnel, um, and in their emails, okay, there would be a discount code. And I'm gonna work, you told me about that earlier about adding the discount app. I'll
Yep.
do that on my own and I'll look it up and then you can just put your blessing once I've done it. But my other question then is, how do you track that and how would I pay the property management company their commission? Would it just, I'd write them a check but then I also want to track it. I want to, do right by them. So those are my questions.
Okay, cool. Great questions. Yeah, I can show you how to duplicate the funnel, and there's a couple ways that we could set up tracking. Um, there's a couple different ways that we could set up tracking. Long run, Mark, long run, we have an affiliate center app where you can create your own affiliate program and make your products commissionable. This is an automated process. This is a fully trackable process. So then they could just go to your affiliate page, register as affiliates, and then they get their own URLs to share with people. So they give their customer their URL, sends them to your page, but the customer buys through that page, or they can buy through that page and then get commissions, right? So that's the fully trackable way. Right now, just to get started, I would go lock in the deal with the company before creating the page itself, but then I would just duplicate your funnel and then you can create specific pages. It would be like mattressmark.com/company name, whoever says yes to you, right? You can create specific funnels and specific URLs. They send their traffic to that funnel, and then because it's its own funnel, you see the stats there, right? So you could just spin these up really, really quickly, change any little branding if you wanted to because you own the page, and bingo, we're rocking.
So, like on my meeting, and then they're going to have another company, property management. They said, "We'll bring you in for a lunch and learn."
Mm-hmm.
So, I was going to bring, I got a little Google Chromebook. I was going to bring it in anyway. Especially if I meet one-on-one with the property manager. So, would you suggest just showing them my current funnel and just kind of talking conceptually at first, and then if they go for it, then build the funnel or to clone the
Yeah,
funnel?
you could. For the first one, you typically want to have an example,
Right.
and that's going to be like for future clients. So for this first client, if you think that it's gonna, especially if you think that it's gonna go well, make the mock-up for this first client. That way you can show them they don't have to envision everything. They can actually see exactly what you're talking about. Make that mock-up. Then you can take that mock-up to other future sales calls, and you can say, here's what we did for our latest customer. Right. And then you can say, we did this. This is what it is, but we make it like this for you. So it's all your brand, your personality. Make sure to have high conversions of the people you send there, yada, yada.
So, do you want to look at my funnel and tell me any changes I should make, or
Well,
should I
you're
just,
probably not going to have really any changes to
right?
make, even for these companies. It's probably just going to be simple changes that it's going to be like a headline and it's going to say, like, maybe special exclusive opportunity. Um, maybe at the top it's going to say like private, do not share this page. Simple things to make it feel like when they share it with customers, oh, nice. This is my private page, my exclusive deal. There's really not going to be too much that you have to change around, Mark.
Okay. Well, if you could
Cool.
either on my funnel or just show me how do I clone it? Because I'm going to clone it, make some changes. You
Yep.
give me your blessing. I might put their logo on the page too, which I think I can do
You can. Yes. Yep.
on my own. But can you? But I don't want to mess up my funnel. So can you just show me how to clone, and then I'll
Yep.
move
Sure
on?
can. Go ahead and share your screen,
Oh,
Mark. This is an
okay.
easy one.
So here, then,
All right. Nice. I got you. Okay. We should be able to exit top left.
oh, oh, okay. Sorry. Yep.
Yep. Okay. And now go to your main funnel settings, top right. Bingo. Scroll to the very bottom left, and we'll see a duplicate funnel button just below that. Right
Oh,
next to that red button. Yep, there it is. So you just click that. You can make another spin-off, change all the URLs and the page pass. Bingo.
oh, and so it's where do I find it?
Aha, you asked the right questions. Close down this settings box.
Okay, just close it.
Yep, just close it. Exit top left. That'll take us back to our list of funnels. Mm-hmm. And now you're going to see it at the very top, and it's going to say copy of, and then whatever the original name is.
Okay, and so if I want to
First
change
thing, first thing I want to do is change the name of it so you
right
can tell it from your other. Go to your main funnel settings.
up here.
Yep. First box is going to be name. Now you can change the name to whatever you want. Only you see the name.
Okay, all right, so I'll do that. And then would you also do isn't like right here
Yes.
where I do slash whoever?
Slash company name.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yep. That's exactly right.
I'm gonna do that right now, and
Cool.
I'll see you later. Thanks.
Awesome.
All
Sounds great,
right,
Mark. Nice
cool.
stuff.
All right, bye.
That is a great start. Let's move over next. Bingo, we got Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
Hey Dante, how you doing?
Awesome. How about yourself?
Doing great. It sounds like Mark's got some good stuff on the horizon. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. He's doing
That's very
great.
cool. Very cool. Hey, I won't be long this time, I promise. I got a couple things I wanted to go through with you because this is the last time I'm going to talk to you before I launch it on Sunday. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, and then everybody has got a break from me because I'll be gone to the mountains for like 3 or 4 days. So
Oh, cool. What mountains? Where at?
it's Grandfather's Mountain up in North Carolina,
Very
near
cool.
Boone, near Boone. It's gorgeous up there. Um, but yeah, I'll be up there so that when the ads are running, I won't be able to obsess about anything.
So you're gonna force yourself to relax. That's genius, Charlie.
It's my wife's birthday. We're going up there, so it all worked out. Just it was just lucky.
That's
Um,
awesome.
but anyway, I had a couple questions. I was wondering if you made some suggestions for my funnel, and I wanted to like go over some things real quick.
Sure,
Um, and I had two quick Facebook questions that I don't need to share anything. I can just ask.
sure.
Okay. Okay, so on the first page, I changed things around per your suggestions. Um, what I wanted to know is this is the entirety of the page, and this is to cold traffic. So, do I need to have another section below that basically touts about, hey, the fabric is like woven from goddesses' hair strands and, you know, testimonials and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
If
all right.
you don't have to have it, but you don't have to have it, Charlie. And this is where split testing really comes in and just understanding like what your customers want in a shirt. Me personally, I would tell you to add it from the start. I think just this is what we would call like a cart page build out, a really, really simple sell the shirt kind of thing. Personally, though, I think it would only do better if you had good graphics and more information. Like maybe if you had a section down below of what it's made of, or what it's yeah, what it's made of. And then you had a really high quality image of the shirt, like a really good high quality image that had some brackets coming off, like maybe off the shoulders. It has a little thing coming off, and then it has the text made with 100% pure cotton. Maybe on the
Oh,
on the
Kyle.
neckline, right? You have a on the other
Hey.
neckline, you have a little thing coming off.
I'm sure you can relate to
Sorry,
this.
I
Yeah.
got that. I'll find that.
Johnny's fucking.
Got it.
Okay, good timing.
Maybe off the yeah, right, off the neckline right here where the col or the whatever this ring around it is called, coming off of there. Maybe it says like double stitched, right? Just I think if you had more information down below and good high quality images, more about the product, because that's really what we do with 99 Designs, Charlie. You use 99 Designs in this capacity to come up with your t-shirt design, and that's awesome. But like there's also page design. So in Trey's advertorial page or interstitial page, the design, the funnel layout that he gives everybody to run, what we really want you guys to do is here's a great example. I think her name's Lindsay, but the woman selling the cat cleaner thing, she has proven the product will sell. She has proven the process. There is demand in the marketplace for the product. So now what she should be doing is taking that funnel over to 99 Designs. Now she should have a great designer come through and lay out the page in a really great design that makes it feel like $100 million brand, right? We use these so same thing for you here, Charlie. The better, like we don't even need amazing design because ugly funnels work. What we need is good images, a good layout, a good way to present our information that's easy for customers to follow through. They're not straining their eyes on images, all of that. So sorry, a really long-winded way for me to say yes, I do think you should start with the launch. I do think you should have more information about the product, what it's made of, how fast is shipping, all the questions that people might have, the questions they have which may introduce confusion, and a confused mind says no. You want your first page to solve and answer as much of that as possible.
And give like a warranty in there.
Yes, yeah, there you go. Exactly. Anywhere, like
Yeah.
I don't see any sort of guarantee on this page anywhere right now. So like what do we have? A 30-day money back, a satisfaction guarantee, a 90-day money back guarantee? Like where is my guarantors there?
Yeah.
So a lot of those things that like also I don't see an accepted credit card uh little image down below showing Visa,
Ooh,
MasterCard, Amex. So there's a
PayPal.
good bit of stuff, Charlie. If you go look at the page and the order form that Trey gives you in that funnel, there's a good bit of things that I'm not seeing on this order form. Again, that would be like top right. I don't see the company email or a company phone number. If there was one, I don't see any contact support. These are all like the real guarantors, the assurance qualifiers that help it look like a serious business. Having said that though, Charlie, I see these funnels without that information. They work all the time. Ugly funnels win 100% of the time. Every split test I've ever seen done, ugly funnels win. So I'm not so concerned about all of that other stuff. I'm most just simply concerned about making sure that this order form has all the questions answered, all the things on it that is like the reasons people wouldn't buy. I have this question. I have this question. Make sure we want to have it answered. If you have reviews, 1,000,000% they should be at the bottom.
Okay. Okay. All right. I might not have reviews in time because I don't know if everybody's going to get their t-shirts in time before it,
Right, right. And then so then and that's an easy decision. We don't have them, so we don't put them. Next
I
time we
mean,
have them, so we put them.
add it. I can add it later.
Yes, you can, 100%, Charlie.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I don't know if there's any way to get rid of this. So the very first thing has a +1, and the way I
Mm-hmm.
was getting around it is I gave this free thank you and an acknowledged pour. It's a nothing, but
Mm-hmm.
it does complicate things a little bit. Um, but what do you think? Is it okay to actually have this be +1? Like, I don't like it because I'd rather it all be 0 and they choose.
Yes. Yes, I agree with you on that, Charlie. And I've actually just recently put that report into our devs. So that's on
Okay.
their radar as far as looking to make changes for that. Um, I would probably remove the free. What is the free? I just can't
It's
see.
nothing. It's nothing. It's basically thank you and an acknowledged pour. It's really it's just a
Yeah.
folder.
So that was really smart as trying to get the one off the small size as the first
Yeah.
selector. But I imagine that's also going to tank conversions because people are going to see that and it'd be like, well, what even is that? I would probably not have that. What I would do is I would change my text. Let me get my annotation tool. What does all that text say right there?
Free shipping on 2 or more shirts.
Cool. We could then change that text to say instead, choose your size and quantity.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have free shipping. I think you have it right above. Move to the side. Yeah, you have it right here just above the order form. Free shipping on 2 or more shirts. So you don't need to double up that text. I would change that and I would have it say choose your quantities and sizes. And then I would remove this fake product.
Okay, because then it will default to 1 small.
Correct.
Okay, that's
But
okay.
that's just honestly, that's just people choosing their size and quantity. It's not going to be the biggest deal. You're right. In a perfect world, we do not have one selected. There's 0 selected across the board, or we have one selected on a size that we get to choose instead of small. Maybe you want to auto select large. But you're right. In a perfect world, you have the capabilities to choose that. But leaving one small is be better than leaving one on the free product.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. Okay.
Right.
Remove that free thing because it is kind of annoying. It has ramifications down the chain.
Yep.
Um, okay. I just hope they don't end up buying 2 instead of 1.
I doubt they will.
Okay.
And especially at the lower volume you're at right now, it's going to be nothing for support and fixing that in the back end. But that's honestly just filling out an order form as most people are used to filling them out. So If it was 5 years ago, I'd say valid concern, but people are so used to order forms like this now, they just know what they're looking for.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, and so the other thing I was wondering is for my bump, I I what does I do? What did I do? Where's the bump?
Step three.
Step three. I was just gonna do like a neat freak sticker.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how much should I charge for that?
Well, do you know how much you can make stickers for yet? Have you looked
It's
into
like
it?
it's like a it's like a buck, but then shipping is like almost $5. It's ridiculous.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's four bucks for shipping a sticker.
Is that for ship sticker mule to ship it?
No, so this no, this was I was just doing it through Printify because I had everything already there.
Oh, that's crazy, Charlie. That's wild. So again, what a great example of how they're giving you a decent price point on a front end product to get you on the back end. This is exactly like them getting you on the shirt that you're buying from them.
Okay.
So shipping on a sticker is simple. Dude, that's an envelope and a stamp.
Yeah,
Two
right.
options here, Charlie. Number one, you can yeah, and actually wait a minute. They're already buying a shirt. So that would just be them putting a sticker in a box that they're already shipping out the shirt, and that would not add up. You should definitely reach out to them and
Okay.
see if they'll give you a custom rate because you're already making a previous shipment with them. Like
Okay.
everybody to buy your bump, they have to buy the flagship product. The flagship product is your shirt. So nobody can buy the sticker without buying the shirt, which is why
Right,
a
right.
sticker is a great bump product. Yeah, you should be able to ship that virtually for free. Maybe they charge you 25 cents shipping. Maybe they charge you $1, you know? Uh, so I would definitely reach out to them and I would come up with a custom deal. You can get that price point down. If they don't want to give you a custom deal, that's wild. Number one, I would probably look at ShipStation. You can do all of this through ShipStation very simply. Like printing your shirt on demand, the whole process. That's wild they would charge
The
shipping
whole
on that.
process?
The whole yeah, like Trey runs all this through ShipStation or
Like
ShipZoom.
ship so they'll actually ShipStation will actually procure take care of everything just like Printify?
Yep. ShipStation has shirts, 100%. They have POD, they have all of it. So what we would do in that case is you would make an order on Sticker Mule. You would have Sticker Mule send it to your ShipStation warehouse where you're sending the shirts from, and then their ShipStation's just running it. I
Okay.
would talk to Printify first. If they don't give you deals that are manageable, I would immediately reach out to ShipStation or ShipZoom, excuse me. I think Trey uses ShipZoom. And they're always very open to having conversations and working and having deals with people. And I would run them through your process and say, could you guys facilitate this? And what would my cost be there? What we would do aside from that, Charlie, is, well, you're using POD. You're using print on demand, so you really want that sticker in the same box.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, however, if you needed to get around it, like, oh man, I sold a product and I have to fulfill on the product, right? I don't have time to worry about fulfillment centers. I need to do this. Just order the stickers and Sticker Mule, send them to your house, and mail them out yourself.
Okay.
That's what I would do. I mean, that's the fact that they're charging you that is really, really wild.
Yeah, I think it's because there's no way for me to tell them that it's in the same packaging. And it
Correct.
also might be come from various centers because they have this thing where they try to print it close to where the people are located and all this other
Yes.
stuff. All right, I'll have to see if I can get a hold of Printify to see if they can help with that.
Cool. Yeah. Other two workarounds, just order a box, send it to ShipZoom, and they'll ship it out for you. Or second workaround, order a box to your own house. You do
Just
the
do it
shipping for
myself.
now until you figure out fulfillment, then send the box of stickers to fulfillment.
Okay. I didn't know if I don't know if anybody's gonna buy one anyway, so I don't know.
Right. So like that, you're 100%, and that's why I want to give you all the workarounds. Because like, let's say you launch, let's say you do the thing, and you only sell one sticker. Man, in that case, Charlie, I'd be calling up Sticker Mule, and I'd say, hey, can you make me 10 stickers and send it to my house? And I would just ship that one out manually. Bingo, rocking. I'd probably throw 2 stickers in there to make them happy and be over it.
Okay. All right. Should I put a hat in there as a
As a
bump?
bump.
Yeah.
Um, you could. You could. Hats aren't terrible bumps, and you can have multiple bumps in ClickFunnels. This
Mhm.
used to be a custom code feature, but now it's just native in everybody's
Yeah.
account. You can all have multiple bumps. So yeah, a sticker and a hat. I think that's really pretty perfect because your next upsell is going to be Moss, right? More of the same or subscription.
Oh, subscription.
Yeah, subscription. That's right. I forgot cold traffic. So your next is going to be subscription, and then after that, do you have another upsell?
I do.
And
Uh,
it is.
oh, here it's it's actually can I show you the subscription real quick? I just use the same thing. Should I change it around for cold traffic?
Subheadline needs to be bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fine. This is great.
I can use the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 100%. Nice work there.
And this has got like more on it than my first page.
Yeah, how interesting, right? How interesting. Because for them to get to this page, they have to make a purchase on the order form of your flagship product. So that order form's got to answer all the questions to get them to make the purchase to get them into our upsells.
Okay. All
Good
right.
observation, Charlie.
All right.
Um,
Oh, did you want
yeah,
to look at that again?
no, everything else was looking nice there.
Okay. And then so I started working on trying to figure out how to get a why does this always do this? For some reason this always goes to that. Anyway, so I was trying to make a donation form like you were saying, and I just kind of came up with this, and I was going to put some like a collage of pictures because for our
Yeah.
first Zoom meeting, I've got pictures of us. I was
Yes.
kind of put a collage together.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then I was gonna, I don't know, what do you think?
I absolutely, Charlie. That's amazing. Just give them all the views of the community that they're joining into. Love that.
Okay. All right. I'll just get a picture there and I'll put some real quotes here.
Yep,
Okay. All right.
absolutely.
Um, okay, so I had two Facebook questions that are going to be really quick.
Sure.
So for the budget of selling the shirts, since you were saying that I should do three times the amount so that you break even.
Yep.
So to break even, it would be three times the profit, not three times the revenue. So should I do three times the profit?
Wait, no, sorry. What do you
So in other
it's
words, say the revenue is like $30, but I have to pay, say $10 for the shirt. So my
right.
profit would be $20.
Yep.
So should I for my budget, should I do $60 or should I do $90?
90.
Do 90.
3x the product price.
Okay, okay, so it's a revenue.
Correct. Yep,
Okay.
3x the product price that customers would pay for one.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And remember too, Charlie, you're running V curve on this in the sense of you're incentivizing more sales of 2 shirts. So we should theoretically and hopefully get people to buy 2. Not everybody. You will get purchases of 1, but all the math right now is based on 1 sale. As you get people buying 2 and 3 shirts, it's the same CPM, it's the same cost to Facebook, but now the revenues are soaring.
Do I want to do V curve?
Yeah, and you are. You are. Free shipping on 2 or more. So you're incentivizing the purchase of more than 1.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
But I'll not do the full out V curve where, 1, 2, 3, three's the sweet spot and 5 and 10. Not do that.
Correct. You're not running that. And in the future, we're working on bundles, so you will be able to do that.
Oh, I can do that now because I did on the coasters.
Uh yes, but coasters don't have size variations. Coasters are just coasters. It's just one coaster. So once we get into different size variations,
Okay.
we need a little bit different of a setup. So
Yeah.
technically speaking, without code, you wouldn't be able to do it right now. So
That's
you
very
are
true.
running you're running V curve. You're running the incentivization of more more quantities purchased, which is exactly right. Free
Okay.
shipping on 2 or more. That's a great option for the first launch, and we can play with this too, right? You might try next time free shipping on 3 or more. Try and get them to purchase 3, and we can just tweak and see what works the best. But you're running V-Curve beautiful right now.
Okay, cool. All right.
Sweet.
Last question. Does the Facebook pixel need to warm up, or is it already warm because it's already got history?
Well, how much history does it have?
I mean, it's got history in the sense of that I've been pe bringing people into the community with it as
Uh-huh.
as a lead ad. So it's got and it's it's gotten better over time at bringing people in. So I didn't know if that would be the same thing for sales.
Yeah, you're gonna see kind of the same thing. Um, you're running a new ad with a new conversion, that being sales. So it's still going to have to learn a little bit more about the sales people. Like it's getting trained on the conversion of leads, getting them in and getting engagement, but you will still train. Now, it is going to use the knowledge that it has. So you are a little bit fast tracking, but on the first one, I would expect the same thing. It'll get better over time as it learns.
Okay, so is 3 days enough?
Yes.
Three
Yes.
days enough. Okay. All right.
Yep. I love that you asked that question. Somebody just yesterday or 2 days ago now, is today Thursday? Yeah, 2 days ago, somebody just asked Trey if 3 days was enough. And 100%, as he explains it, which happens many times, sometimes you get sales consistent 1, 2, and 3, right? You're just making sales from the start. Sometimes you don't make any sales on day 1 or 2, especially with the newer Pixel. But on day 3, the Pixel now gets trained. It starts to learn a little bit more and it hits the gold mine. It hits the right customer. And all of a sudden, day 3, you make 7 sales, 12 sales. So yeah, 3 days is definitely going to be enough.
Okay, if it makes 12 sales on it, I should keep it on, right?
Oh yeah, if it makes 12 sales, you're just going to keep it moving 100%. If it
Then I
makes
don't
no
stop it.
sales, we're going to turn it off and stop. But it does need 3 days. It does need enough time for it to go out and do the thing it needs.
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you, Dante. Appreciate it.
Always, Charlie. Great work.
Thanks.
All right. Next is nice. Sarah's next. What's up, Sarah?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, hey. Awesome. How about yourself?
Yeah, good. I wanted to ask you about first the video, the replay about the May 2nd you
The
talked
May
about.
2nd. I have it.
Yeah.
I literally have it. I'm posting it today.
Okay.
Ooh, I can message it to you too. We're friends. You're funny.
Okay. My question
Oh.
was about are you ready? Yeah.
Yes, ready, Freddy.
Okay. My question was about the funnel hub. Last time I asked you how I could tidy up all my stuff, and actually the main change I've made, which is simplifying a lot, is to
Good.
use my name for the social medias and everything,
Yes.
and to start with there's just one product, one flagship, and then the rest is okay. So I've started to
Yes.
prepare here the the
While that
same
pulls
thing.
up, Sarah, everybody should also be doing exactly what Sarah just said. I had an alarming conversation yesterday with somebody that I'll keep unnamed, but they wanted to make all the different, like they wanted to make their brand and they wanted to have their funnel hub on their name, like sarahjaban.com. But all of their socials, they wanted to have different names and different images on all of their socials. Please do not do that. You want to have the same name across all socials, or sometimes your name is taken, so you tweak it up just a little bit. Stuff like the real, official, you add little things like that, but you want to have the same name. Most importantly, you want to have the same imagery, same colors,
Yeah.
same brand, same profile across all of your socials. This looks awesome, Sarah.
So here you see I modeled, and here this is Russell's story and everything. I'm gonna prepare I'm gonna edit a video here. I have several ones. I've been interviewed for different things, so I'm gonna take well, anyway, I'm gonna model what he did in the video. And here, as in the first page, he has his all companies. I don't have many companies, but I was thinking about my the lectures, the conferences I've made these years, and
Yep.
actually I've found a lot, more than 30, and I didn't even remember everything. So I've put all the images here, and it allows me to show what I do, what I talk about, and everything. So I still have one or two which are on my computer I have to found. So first questions, um, what can I do behind when you click, for example, here, when you click on Russell's stuff here, you just get a kind of a tag with the information and the links, because there are a lot of informations here. So anywhere you click, you get the same presentation and the links to go there. So I like the way it is organized. So I was wondering how I could use this. Do I use this as a, for example, if you click here, do I send to a blog post about this? Because I can make blog post about the conferences I did, and this would be the summary, the main topics, for example. Or I could about the social proof. Do I leave here the logos? Do I leave here one or the other of the text also? I didn't know how to choose. So there is everything for now because I wanted to have your advice to choose.
I'm a
Um,
big fan of what you have, the cards, these, as you have these laid out.
mhm.
Um, I don't think you need all the stuff below. I think just have the
Okay.
cards and then that one banner. Uh,
Yeah, here, this one, for example.
yes, that one banner will
Okay.
be perfect. Everything else, you could probably get rid of all that. And you're
Okay.
exactly right, Sarah. You want to have each card just above, and you probably
Yeah.
want to have a little paragraph below each card that maybe
Okay.
is like a quick summary of what you
Yeah.
talked about in that speech.
Yeah.
Like maybe you talk about whatever. I can't read French. But you just
Here you have some in English too, but a couple of them here. For example, visual hacks for fun learning,
okay, great. So below that
hacking
card,
for.
awesome, thank you. Below that card, yes. Okay, so below that card, I would have a little bit of text, a paragraph element,
Okay.
and it would just be a quick description, right?
Yeah.
Learn the visual hacks to transform your presentations. Click
Okay.
below, and then there'd be a button below. That button, what Russell's doing and what you're going to do too is
Mm.
specific pages. If you
Yeah.
want, you do not have to include all of these cards. That's a
Mm.
lot of work, especially to
Yeah.
start. It's just time. So maybe
Yes.
you want to just highlight your top 3 speeches at the start. Because
Mhm.
then you can take those speeches, make a page for each of your speeches. They click
Mhm.
on the image, it takes them to that page where maybe it is the blog layout. Maybe it does
Yeah.
have all the assets, right? It has the transcript that they can watch. Maybe you also want to have the audio version or maybe a video because it was recorded, right?
Yeah, but actually I don't well, I'm not supposed to use all are recorded, and I have them. I don't find most of all of them, but I have them on my computers and
Mhm.
saving stuff and everything. But actually, what I was thinking is that I really worked to make great talks, and it's really I make each and every one of them are different actually.
Mhm.
So I was thinking I could use that as my first blog post, because in most of them I use a different angle and give new stuff. And since I also have to do my blog post, I thought it would be a great way to start actually,
Yep.
and to use the same topics, the work I've already done, and to repurpose it in blog post and stuff, I was thinking.
You 1,000,000% should, Sarah. Take the transcript of your speech, take it over to AI, have it turn it into an informational blog post. While
Mhm.
you're doing that, you can even have AI create checklists, downloads, assets, turn the thing into an actual asset. Well, now we just turned our speech that we did into a lead magnet. Now you can put the blog right there, and you can also have buttons on the blog leading to opt-in funnels. People can read the blog, learn the information, and then click the button to download my free checklist. Now they're going to your opt-in funnel. They're opting in. You're turning traffic into traffic you rent into traffic that you own, building up your list. 1,000,000%, Sarah. That's exactly what you should do. You're actually following a marketing principle here. Have I ever shared with you about selling your sawdust?
What do you mean sawdust?
Ah,
Sorry.
selling your sawdust. This is something everybody needs to be thinking about constantly. Many of you have sawdust sitting in the back corner of your office right now that you just don't know about. So here's how the game is played, gang. For years, what do carpenters do? Carpenters buy a giant piece of wood. They take it to their shop. They cut it. They heat it. They wet it. They mold it. They maneuver it. They change the state of that giant piece of wood into something pleasurable and desirable that we will buy for money as consumers. That's what a carpenter does. In the cutting of the wood, what do they create? They take the wood, they change its form, they change its shape, they turn it into sawdust. So for years and years and years, carpenters at the end of the day would take a broom and they'd push the sawdust out of the warehouse. It'd go out the back door, the wind would take it wherever the wind would take it, and that's it. I pay X amount for the wood, I cut it, I change it, I maneuver it, and I charge this much for it to create a product. But then one day, a really smart carpenter woke up and he said, wait a minute. Although I changed the wood from a big piece to dust, that's still wood, that's still product. I still paid for that product itself. So he said, how can I sell my sawdust? Thus, the fire starter was born. That's just sawdust compressed in wax. Thus, pegboard was born that we all have in our garages. Thus, the flooring that we walk on every single day was created from an asset that people looked at waste on a P&L sheet that was considered waste every single day. How can we sell our sawdust? Furthermore, chicken farmers back in the day, a chicken farmer used to pay 18-wheelers. They would pay semi-trucks to come to the farm so they could load the semi-truck up with all the chicken poop. That was looked at waste, a cost on the business. That truck would take it away to some dump it, and move on to the next one. Until one day, one chicken farmer woke up and said, how can I sell my sawdust? He took the poop, which was considered waste and cost to the business, and he said, well, this is poop. What else can I use this for? How can I repurpose this? Went to the farmer across the street and said, hey, I got a bunch of manure here, a bunch of fertilizer. I think if I spread this on your field, you're going to get far higher yields on your crops. Are you down to try? Farmer says, how much is it going to cost? Chicken farmer says, absolutely nothing. If you'll let me dump my waste on your field, I'll charge you nothing, right? So they try it. Sure enough, that farmer's crops blew up. All the other farmers noticed, and now they started paying the chicken farmers for the poop. The thing that chicken farmers used to pay to have removed now turned into a revenue generator, and sure enough, that is why chicken farms popped up over the country like crazy. It wasn't for the chicken, it wasn't for the egg, it was all about the sawdust. Everybody needs to always be aware of this. There are so many ways that you could sell your sawdust right now today. This is exactly what you should do, Sarah. It's perfect.
Yeah, Russell also talks about, he told about this story too, and he talked about byproducts actually.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, I just love this concept. This is just insane. And I was wondering here, a couple of questions about this. So here, this is the a new funnel actually.
Okay.
And here, these are going to be the stuff I'm going to do. I'm just going to model what Russell did here.
Yep.
He has the resources. He has put some blog or podcast or that kind of stuff.
And that's what I
then-
think you should do, Sarah. Putting your
Yeah.
conferences under the About You, I think is going to be too much. In this, I
Okay.
would only have one card. I would have your
Okay.
number one card from the number one speech that you know people are going to want at the highest rate. The rest of my cards, I would put under my resources.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
Cool.
wanted to ask you before I would duplicate every pages and change because to make the illusion, we just change from one page to another. It has to looks the same, and then so I would just wanted to be
Correct.
sure.
You're absolutely
And
right.
so this is another presentation, But then here, when I go back to my company, my online academy, I just wanted to go back to my, where is it? Here, sorry. To my funnel hub here.
Mhm.
And I was wondering about this because I had a page which was about me here already.
Mhm.
And do I keep it? Do I keep the first page here? I can translate. Do I keep the first page here? Do I replace it with the new one? Or, sorry, I don't know where is the translation here. Yeah, I don't know how to translate. Here, see, I had written about I had followed the Funnel Hub course with every step, and which
Mhm.
follows the expert secrets
Right.
stuff.
Showing your transformation over the
Yeah,
years, how
with
reliable of a resource you
dates
are.
here and
Yep.
how it became different, and
Yep.
yeah, about what you can learn. And
Man, that's
I
so
wasn't
tough.
sure, so I've just put this here for now, but I'm searching actually.
So
So I'm
I would
trying to.
remove that. You're doing a great job following Mike and AJ's training about the funnel hub, Sarah. I really
Mhm.
like what you've built here. I think I would tell you to split test it. I don't
Okay.
know exactly what's going to work the best. And to be quite
Okay.
honest, I'm not a big website guy.
Okay.
I'm not even a big funnel hub guy, to be
Mhm.
perfectly honest and frank with you. So
Mhm.
let's split test it.
Okay.
I really like the simple. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Been fighting with that all morning. I really like the simplicity of what you showed me first. I like how there's
Okay.
not many distractions. I like how
Yeah.
it's clear and concise and simple
Yeah.
and short and sweet. This page is much longer. This has a lot
Yeah.
more to it. But one thing I noticed, take me back to the other page, your actual funnel hub. Go to the bottom. As you're scrolling down here, Sarah, you're doing a great job labeling everything and walking me through the history of 2011, my images, my description, 2016. I understand, like as you're scrolling, I understand exactly what I'm looking at, as your customers will. It's laid out beautifully. 2020, yes, you can keep going down. Right, keep going, keep going. Everything is laid out. You have your banner showing all the things. Great job with this right here. It's marketing, right? I'm
Yeah.
walking people through the progression. Keep going. There's your mock-up. Fantastic. We keep going. We keep going all the way.
This is
Now
how
we get
the
to a stack of
images.
images. Here's where
Yeah.
the copy really starts, and that's okay because you've already marketed what these images are. Now
Mhm.
keep going down.
No, that's just
And we
try to
just get
see
to
if
my
I wanted to
conferences. Right.
put, yeah.
The my conferences, the text itself is centered left, where all of
Yeah.
your other text was centered in the middle,
Yeah. Yeah.
2011,
Yeah.
2018. So now it's just weird. There's no copy about where like there's no Sarah speaks at conferences
I
regularly
just
transforming.
copied it right here.
Right. It's just like it goes from good marketing, good copy, walking
Yeah.
people through the process to just
Okay.
conferences, right? And
Yeah,
then
it's
it's
just
a
it's
huge
just a
line of
copy.
cards.
Okay. I'll just say here the subject I talk about, you can hire me about, and I can, yeah, talk about that.
Yes,
I'll
there
put
we
something
go,
like that.
Sarah. And
Yeah.
you already just led yourself right to the next thing. We should have some buttons here. Only display
Yeah.
the cards that you want to share with customers so they can click
Okay.
on them, go to those pages, and download those resources so you acquire the lead. But also, we should have a button where do you want Sarah to speak at your event?
Yeah.
Book her here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're 100% there again.
Okay. That's what I wanted to do. And I wanted also to show you the just give me a minute here. Here for the, I'm simplifying things here. I used to have 2 or 3 different things for the parents and everything. So
Yep.
here, this is for everyone.
Yep.
And these are the new certifications. So the first level is here. And you can get this certification for the 100-day challenge, fun sketchnoting challenge. And then if you get this, this is a whole certification here to become a practitioner and here to become a facilitator. So just this morning, so they can click here to get to know more. And then I wanted to prepare some pages to be able to download the brochure about the certification. And in the brochure, I wanted to make a kind of sales page, but just like you turn the pages and the same perfect webinar script, but inside of a brochure. So
Yep.
because when you talk about university, this is an online university, and people think more, it's less marketing, it's less salesy to download the brochure and learn more about the programs. It's more natural. So
Yep.
this is why what
And
I wanted
and
to do.
it's really funny you say that. It's less marketing, less salesy to download a brochure, but that's the pinnacle of marketing and sales. What you're really telling me there, Sarah, is your customers are used to opting into these things. You're telling me that brochures is the bait that most works with your customers.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
because like for years, we've been having this forever, gang. We've seen like a gold company invest in gold, right? We're watching the stock market. A gold company hires an attractive character that their dream customer would resonate with. Gold companies are looking for people who are older and have actual money to invest, so they hire William Shatner, somebody that that customer actually resonates with, right? And then William Shatner comes up there and he hits him with a sales message. Are you looking to diversify your portfolio? Are you looking to become recession proof? Well, call this number today to receive your free case study, to receive your free brochure, right? Literally, they run an ad to get people to call a number so that the people can receive the brochure or case study or sale, and all of those are just sales letters. A
Yeah.
case study is just a sales letter. A brochure is just a sales letter. And then they get that brochure. They don't, it's the pinnacle of marketing and sales. So yes, 1,000,000%. That's the bait your customers take. That's the bait you make. We start with that. Then you can try other things that maybe is a new opportunity to the market, something they're not so accustomed to, but you as an entrepreneur know it will get them. Yes, after we're doing the things that we know we should be doing every day. Sarah, perfect again.
Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure. Great work. All right, I love my job. Jeez Louise. Hey, let's hop over to Warwick. How are we, sir?
Hey Dante, how you doing?
Awesome. How about yourself?
Wasn't it Mark Twain that said a gold company is a liar standing next to a hole in the ground?
Yes, sir. I don't know who said it, but I know the quote and I love it.
I don't know if you had a funnel, but anyway. Cool, man. I just wanted to sort of catch up with what I'm doing here. So I kind of opted out of doing the whole course thing because
Sure.
I was kind of going through the origin for this idea is really the podcast, which I think is coming out next week, and just wanted to use this as an opportunity to to have something to offer. So what I was thinking of doing was doing we got the lead squeeze, which is live now. I got onto support and fixed the redirect, so that works fine
Nice.
now.
Nice.
So I haven't really changed anything here apart from the course. So the course now is basically turning into an ask campaign. So
Okay.
instead of like this being like a sales letter for the video course, it's an ask your question, and it's basically just an opportunity to. I just copied one of the templates. I thought it was quite good. Just like, what's your biggest question about mid-career pivot? So it's an opportunity for people to, if there are folks out there who are like, you know what, I love that podcast. Like, I've downloaded the free workbook. I'm really charged up, and they start firing questions. Well, then I think, you can sort of take that and say, okay, well, now people are interested in maybe the video course.
Well,
So
yeah, it's a great flow. It's a great build. It's not scalable, Warwick. To be clear, what you're doing right now is nowhere near scale. Well, it is scalable, but it requires you hiring other people to do these consultation calls. So I just want to point that out first. It is not scalable down the line because it's just trading time for money right now, time for opportunity. But in the early on stages like you are, it's a great thing to do. It allows you to actually run volume. It allows you to craft your skills and hone your sales messages. Because what you're going to do here is offer people an opportunity to ask you, Warwick, the expert on this topic, questions that are holding them back. They fill out your questionnaire. When they do that, they're giving you a name and an email. They're basically starting the conversation. It's exactly like what I just shared with you about the gold company. People are calling the gold company to then receive the brochure. There's so much intent there. It's a great way to qualify good leads. So now people ask you a question. They give you their big roadblock. You can come up with ahead of time the reasons they would say no and have their objections, and you can have already planned out, like, here's how I smash this objection, here's how I smash this objection. You just get really good at the sales script, at turning these leads into sales. You get people to fill out a questionnaire, and then you can say, hey, would you like me to help you for the next 3 months on this? It'll just be $9.97, and I can help you make your resume. I can help you do this and that and this and that. Right? It's just a fast track to your offer. I love this.
Yeah. So that's kind of, I think that's kind of live now as well. So just kind of see how that goes. Post the podcast, because like the host of the podcast will be sending out the link. And what I was planning on doing was just sort of cutting up the there's some quite good AI tools out there now where you can sort of just cut up audio and stuff and have them, ready for social media posts.
Yep.
So I was going to just
Opus is really good.
Opus and Taja is another one.
Yes, another great one.
Yeah. So, I was going to think about, like, again, sort of just practice. This whole thing, I think, is kind of a practice run, because it's not really my topic, but it's just sort of to get these sort of things going and give it a whirl.
Well, let's go look
so I was going to do that.
Then. I think we can tweak how we're marketing the opportunity. Let me just give you some ideas, put you on the right page. Let's go enter the editor for the thank you page.
On the squeeze, yeah. Okay.
So step 1 is going to be fill out the questionnaire, yes?
Are you talking about the Ask campaign or the squeeze?
The Ask campaign.
Oh, okay, sorry. This is the squeeze. Yeah, step 1 is you got that first page where you just fill out the
No, sorry. I mean, isn't it step 1 on your thank you page? Your thank you page has 3 things down below. Isn't step 1, the left one, going to be the Ask campaign?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. You should be able to exit. Yeah, just exit there.
This one,
there we go.
right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. So that left one, you're going to
yeah.
change that, and that's going to turn into your Ask campaign where people can ask you questions, right?
Yes. Correct,
okay,
correct.
cool.
Yeah, it's linked up already.
And so it'll be a new image, of course, but you can have a little bit more urgency and scarcity added to that. So you say, subtext, have your biggest questions answered. You could add a little more in urgency and scarcity. You could say limited availability, or for a limited time, or spots filling up fast.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Right. So right there, just a little bit more, like, have your biggest questions answered. That doesn't seem like I have an exclusive opportunity to speak to an expert on my craft. Also, what's the deliverable? So we add a little urgency and scarcity, spots filling up fast, limited availability. Instead of just have your biggest questions answered, what are they going to get from this consultation? Are they like what's your main deliverable that you want to think about? Maybe not just have your biggest question answered. Maybe it's have your biggest questions answered and receive a custom roadmap for success. And that custom roadmap for success is just you telling them, hey, you should do this and this and this. And I show you, I do it with you in my course. It's no more of a lift. It's no more work, right? Does that make sense so far?
Yeah. So do you think that this is if you're going to do that, would you sort of take off the other things in the thank you page then? Because then it's sort of just getting a bit cluttered, isn't it?
No, not really, because some people
No?
are going to want certain things. You know, some people are going to see,
Mm.
oh, I can ask a question like that, and they're going to go for that. But some people are going to see, whoa, there's live coaching, and they bite on live coaching. Some people are going to see an ebook, and they're going to bite on that. You're doing perfect with it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's just
All
really
right.
coming, it's just marketing. It's just knowing your customer and the real thing that they want and showing them this thing will get you the real thing that you want. Just positioning it the right way.
Okay. So just put a bit more copy below there. Any thoughts on what the picture should look like in that for an ask campaign?
Yeah, I would probably have a picture of, I would probably have like, you can just have AI generate all of this, but the image that I saw was you standing at a table with the camera looking at you so it can see Warwick's face, and then another person right here that the camera's looking at the back of their head, and it would be the image of you talking excitedly, saying something like this, and then a light bulb coming off the other person's head. Just a simple image to show like, here's your light bulb moment. Here's where you can connect all the dots.
Okay. Got you. Cool. And just for the copy for underneath there, it's just like couple of sentences, is it? Just
Yeah, we want some urgency and scarcity, limited availability, spots filling up fast, act now.
Right.
It could even be a simple one. Act now, have your biggest questions answered, and receive a custom career roadmap.
Okay.
Now that's sexy, right? That's like, oh, okay. Now it's just got all the things that we need to have actual proper marketing, urgency and scarcity. Without that, we don't really have no reason for people to take action. They'll just leave. Oh, okay, cool. I can come back to this page anytime, and they'll never come back. So urgency and scarcity, and the deliverable. Why do they want to take the time out of their day to talk to you? They have to receive something from it.
Right. Yeah. So they've got a reason to act and also an outcome,
There
at
it
the
is.
end of it. So yeah, makes
Genius.
sense. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll just update that. And anything else just before the podcast comes out? Any just thoughts about how to sort of generate traffic into that? Sort of apart from the idea about clipping things up and putting it on social media.
Clipping is huge. Like, just so you guys know what all these people are doing right now, and actually they've been doing it for years. It just wasn't public knowledge. They've been using clipping farms forever. So like, that's a great strategy, Warwick. You pay people bounties and you employ them to take your content and then share it on their pages. It's a great way to have mass dissemination in the marketplace. Aside from that, though, what you really want, I mean, there's a ton of different strategies. You just need to start creating your brand, Warwick. Realistically, it's what it comes down. Create your brand, have your Facebook page, or have your community, have your place that as this podcast starts growing, which they do naturally and organically, when people listen to your podcast, have a place that they can come in and that they can become part of a community. Even if you just start up a Discord channel, right? Have a place where as your podcast grows, the people come and join your community. So now you can stoke the fires. Now you can bang the drum. Now you can keep interacting with them. And now they feel like they're part of your community. Now they feel now they feel involved in it. They feel like they're a real part of it. And now they start sharing with friends. Right now you start growing organically and naturally. People are bringing their friends into your community, getting more podcast listeners, and it just snowballs from there. It's the organic play.
And sorry, go ahead.
You could also run paid ads, right? Like, you could run paid ads to your podcast to get people to go listen and all that stuff, but you don't need to do that. If you run the organic play the right way, if you make your socials, if you post across all platforms, you go make one podcast episode, you should be able to turn that into 12 to 30 clips. You take all 12 clips, you actually post them across all social media platforms. You're posting multiple times a day on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You go do that for 6 months, your podcast will grow. And more importantly, you'll have a community on the back end that you can monetize, whether it's through t-shirt sales or physical products or digital products like courses and trainings.
And would you say for the community thing, like something like school, is that the sort of thing you're talking about? Or
big fan? Anything? They're great. They are great.
Yeah.
We see great results with them.
Okay.
Also, I've talked to you guys quite a bit about how do you get in their pocket. And when I say that, I really mean how do you get on that device? How do I get this
Mm,
thing jangling in their pocket so that they're paying attention to me? School has a mobile app, and it's fantastic for that. You can have the notifications as you're posting. It's a really great
mm.
vehicle.
Okay, okay, we'll look into that. Yeah, okay, well, step by steps. We'll see how it goes when this thing. I think yeah, next thing is just sort of get the podcast and then cut it up and then see how that works and go
100%.
from there. Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Just one final question on sort of like the next thing. You know,
Yep.
like if I was to come up with sort of a different topic or a different focus, is what do you think is because I'm using the lead funnel and then an ask campaign. What are sort of other funnels that I should be looking at to implement for sort of the services? Because I'm not doing products, I'm doing like services and speaking and training and coaching and that maybe not so much coaching, but that type of thing.
Yeah, here's the value ladder that's working really well right now. Free lead magnet to low price point product, $27 to $97. Lead magnet to low price point to high ticket, right to 2 to 5,000, and then from there higher ticket. People want speed, man. As time is going on here, especially as 2025 goes on, we're going to get into 2026. Everything is getting faster. Social media is getting faster. Attention is getting less, which means faster, realistically. So the mid range products are just not popping right now. The 297, 497. It's hard to run ads to them, and people aren't saying yes to them like they used to. It's make a lead magnet that delivers great value. Make a low price point product that people can buy without taking too much risk on themselves so they can know, like, and trust you. You can build up your authority with them. Once you do that thing, you make an amazing lead magnet, you make an amazing $27 product that actually helps people do the thing, and then you push them into your high ticket.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. I
Mhm.
sort of feel like anything under $100, like you kind of like, yeah, I'll give that a go. And there is something like 400, 500. You're like, oh, not too sure about that. So
Right.
yeah, kind of, yeah, that makes sense.
It's
Makes
a
sense.
it's a low risk, it's a low price point. It's a great way to turn leads into buyers and start building up your
Mm,
buyers list. But the biggest thing that it does is it lets people have a first taste of how you do
mm,
business and how you work for them. When you do an amazing job on the lead magnet and the low price point product, it literally
mm,
sets the tone for how people will perceive your product as they ascend your value ladder. It's
mm.
awesome.
Yeah, good point. Appreciate
And
it,
I think
Dante.
you're really going
Okay,
to come
thanks
up
as
with
ever.
you're going to come up with that
Mm,
low price point product naturally and organically as you do these book of calls, as you're answering these questions. You're going to see the real frustrations, the
right.
roadblocks, the hurdles, the pain
Yeah,
points, the real things
yeah.
that all of people are encountering. Then you make a product to solve those solutions. That's the game.
Yeah, and I'm getting set up to do that, in terms of capturing all content and all, sort of different media forms. So yeah, I'll
Yep.
be ready for that, I think. Yeah, it's a good
Perfect.
point.
Right
All
on
right,
track
thanks,
then,
man.
Lily.
Appreciate it. All right,
You
thank
got it.
you. Thanks.
All right. Nice. Doug is next. Hey, Doug.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, first question here. Let's see. Okay, so we talked yesterday briefly. First question is setting up my subdomain.
Hmm.
You had mentioned, you know, uh, that's like marketing, and you said, that might be a turn off for people, for my giveaway, the marketing.
Hmm.
So while I was listening to everyone else, I kind of started here. So I started setting up the domain. Can you see it here?
Yes, but take me up to the top, please. Your root domain is pbchicks.com, right?
Correct.
Uh, this subdomain is way too long. You made
Yeah.
www.pbchicksprizegiveaway.pbchicks.com. What we want is let's make a new subdomain. I can help you with it right now. Let's make it like free.pbchicks.com or giveaway.pbchicks.
Okay. Yeah. That's why I didn't pull the trigger on here. So do I just back out just up
Yep,
here, right here?
absolutely. Yep, just hit that back right there.
Okay.
Connect existing domain, top right.
Oh, I got a shitty little box in the way here.
Oh yeah, you can click and hold, move that guy anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, let's type out what we want to create. Do you want to do giveaway? You don't need
Yeah,
www.
yep.
Do you want giveaway? You do not need www. Go ahead and remove that.
Yeah,
Nice. You want giveaway.pbchicks.com?
yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Just plain giveaway and or do I need,
Yep.
because
When
I
you
don't want
guys
to
want to
do
create subdomains, ClickFunnels is actually awesome with this. If you want to create a subdomain, you go to connect existing domain and then just type out the subdomain you want to create. In this case, giveaway.pbchicks.com. You want to make a giveaway subdomain. So, yep, you type that out, and then we will do all the work in the back end. We'll go to the
Right.
domain, we'll go to the
Right.
DNS, we'll set up all the records. So, you guys just type out what you would like to create. Perfect. Continue.
Okay, so, right.
Oh, no, you had a question. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, so basically the root is of the .com and the subdomain is giveaway, and that's exactly where I had that big long thing before, correct?
That's exactly right, Doug.
Okay. Add domain?
Add domain. It's going to do a quick check, and then it's going to say, oh, this domain is in this domain host. There we go. Rocking and rolling. Now, just give it a little bit of time. It has to set up these records, but there we go. Go to the very top for me here, Doug.
Do I need to validate the ownership? Yeah.
You can do that later. Give it like 20 minutes to set up the records, and then you can come back and validate, and that'll just make all the records go green. The biggest thing that I'm looking at is at the very top of the screen, giveaway.pbchicks.com. That is the entire subdomain. That's exactly what you want.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'll come back a little later and check on that.
Yep.
Was where do I post or paste this?
You know what else? I'm sorry to
subdomain?
cut you off there, Doug. I'm just looking. You know what else we can do? We can change
Yeah.
the redirect. You do not want a redirect. You do not want your root domain. You do not want it redirecting to your subdomain because you want your
Right.
root domain to be like your funnel hub, or you want your root domain. If they type in pbchicks.com, that will take them to a thing. If they go to giveaway.pbchicks.com, that'll take them to another thing. So typically our root domain would go to our funnel hub or our main
Yeah.
funnel, and our subdomains go to their own funnels. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this would be, I need to toggle this off, in other words.
That's right. Perfect, Doug. Let's turn that off. Great. Now your subdomain is standalone. It only goes to the funnel that you share. Perfect. So I'm
Okay,
sorry,
yeah,
I
hey,
cut you off.
everybody.
You had another question.
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, basically, yeah, I don't want the root domain, after the giveaway gets done, going back to the giveaway, which might not exist anymore, redirect it back to that, basically, you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Then the next question on that flow would be where do I change that? Where you saw the marketing LLC? Was it in the funnel somewhere in the funnel
Yes.
name?
Yes, it is. It's in the main funnel settings. So let's go to your funnels.
Okay, edit.
Actually, we're going to go to your main funnel settings, top right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've got right here.
Bingo. And now you have your domain drop down. Hit that drop down. I believe your new subdomain will be there. Scroll down on that list.
That's all the farther it goes right now.
Okay, that's all right. When you go back to your domain in like 20 minutes and hit the validate button, it'll then show up in this list, and you just choose that. Well, like right now, that's your root domain.
Yeah.
www, that's your root. So giveaway will
Right.
show up in 20 minutes when it's ready, and you just choose it from the list.
All right. That's then next here would be where I was adding my products here. And worked on so the what you get, that part here. Well, one quick question. Did you remember when I had the pink border here before? I just like the thin L here, the pink.
Yep.
Did you prefer that just briefly, or the fade, or does it matter right now?
Yeah, on
Or the
this one,
blur?
I wish I had a crystal ball. I just don't. That'd be a great split
Okay.
test for you to run. I like what you have now. I don't think it's going to be a huge
Okay.
conversion lift. But great thing to
Okay.
split test.
Okay. Um, okay. So here's here's my
Nice.
yeah. So this is what I
Man, how
worked on
much
last
better
night.
does that I'm sorry, Doug, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
How much
Tell me
better
when I
does that
interrupt.
lay on the eye? I can look at this. I can see the paddle. I can now see the stack. Oh, wow, this is used by pro players, and it has that really cool design, and it's a power balance. Oh, nice. Now, this is a great job with this, Doug. Perfect.
Thank you, thank you. And just for general knowledge, when because I took these images off of Amazon, and before I forget, my question is then just kind of a sidebar. So when someone reads this and I have these 7 different products and they're from 7 different there, and then the shipping address, I put the person's the shipping address, so they might get. I have to let them know somehow in a follow-up email. Hey, you might be getting products that are branded from somebody else, or
No, you just
they're
tell the
gonna
one winner. You just tell the one winner, Doug. You send them an email and
right.
says, "Hey, congratulations, you won." And then keep an eye out for multiple packages, but you don't tell everybody that.
Right. I didn't mean to say that. Yeah, I understand. Just you tell the one person just to let them know that they're going to be getting multiple packages.
Yep.
Are you still there?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're just kind of cutting out
Okay.
there. Okay, so yeah, multiple packages. So it might have somebody else's branding on it besides my brand. So I guess that's okay for this, right?
That's okay. Yeah. For the first time,
Okay.
you're perfectly fine.
Okay, and this section here, do I need to bump up? Because I never had, how many items total, and I just added that. I just had the element with the first 2 lines, and then I added another paragraph, and I decided just to put that in the one paragraph element. You need to bump it up there, the 8 total items in terms type of visual, or is it okay like that?
Oh, I think it's great like that.
Okay, okay. Next question. So
Doug,
when
I'm sorry. I have to
um,
step away for just 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Cool.
yep. I don't know.
All right. Thanks, Doug. We're ready.
Okay. All right. What I noticed is when I dropped some of these images in from Amazon, they were like huge, and it was just and it just seemed like it pushed everything out of alignment. So I did ask Dante AI about that, and it said the image should be for this ClickFunnels should be 600 by 600 pixels. So I went and used the ClickFunnels tools resizer and uh, put that in there. 600 by 600, I dropped them in. It didn't really make a change. And I think it had to do something with, I had to use I ended up making the width slider, I think, not the height, the width. So is that
Yep.
pretty, can you elaborate on that for me and everyone? Is that a challenge that, it doesn't treat it like 600 by 600 click funnels and each one might need, to be adjusted because it was a bit of work to get everything kind of the same size.
Yes, that is very common practice, Doug. That's exactly how it works.
Okay. And then the text should be, instead of being up at the top here, um, centered like in the middle of the product, by using the padding. That's what I did. Would that be a good layout?
That's absolutely perfect. Yes, sir.
Okay. And then I tried to do the zigzag that you showed,
Yeah.
but I got confused when I was zigging, I was zagging, and I was zagging. I think I was supposed to be zigging. So every everything got so messed up. So what I tried to do, I don't know if, but for me, I just ended up having a 2-column row. And then
Yes.
to each one, I was able to pick what side I wanted to put the image and what side I wanted to put the paragraph, and then I just changed that all the way down. It seemed
That,
like for me it was a lot easier.
that's exactly right, Doug. 100%.
Okay, okay. So that's that. And then so this would be. Can we check it on mobile here really quick?
Sure.
See, now that's skewed right there. That's a
Mm-hmm.
little off. And I remember we did something here with the sub headline last time. I don't think I fixed it this part here. Could you just tell me again how was I supposed to modify? Just click in here and just start, rebuild the sub headline basically, correct?
Yes, you can either click in and rebuild the sub headline, or you can just add a new element and you can start from scratch here. Either one.
And then and then delete this one.
That's correct.
Okay. And if I wanted to modify this image to make it not so tall, I mean, it's okay, but it just seems like it's a little off.
What you would do, Doug, is the same thing we did yesterday. You would clone the row. You would have a desktop version of the row. You would have a mobile. I like to do it on desktop. It's a lot easier to work with. So let me show you. Go to your desktop view.
Yeah, let's do it real quick because I forget here.
Okay, highlight your blue row.
Okay, yep.
Yep. And now clone the row.
All
Yes. Go to the settings of your top row.
right. That's right. Settings of the top row.
Correct. Great. Make that one desktop only. The little yes. Great. Now you can see the red box goes around everything in that row. So all of that is now desktop only. Go to your bottom row, the one you just made the clone of. Go to that row settings. Now make that mobile only. Bingo. Now that's a mobile only row. So you can go change this image, do whatever you need for your image, and it's only going to show up on mobile. Your desktop one will stay the same exactly like it is.
Okay, perfect. So then if I were to go back to to my funnel, would it show both of those there? It would still
No,
be
it will
there?
not. When you go to your desktop view, you're only going to see the one for desktop. When you go to
Gotcha.
your mobile view, you'll see that other row for mobile.
Okay, it was just cloning it so that we could make it mobile only, and then it's going to be in mobile only. I got it.
That's exactly right, Doug. It gives you full customization on desktop and mobile.
Okay. And then final question here for urgency. Now, on my second page here, where I want to start working on, maybe it'll be the third page after the thank you page. If I want to try to do an offer stack here and try to sell a few things, I could use an example here with the. So, how do I, what is it? Is it a section and then model it off of this and are there how's it set up? Sections, rows, sort of into my modeling for my stack here.
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up. What was the end of your question there?
I'm sorry, I think it's my speaker here. So if I'm trying to model this imallin.com for
Yeah.
my products that I want to do the upsells, and maybe the thank you page. How do I build it out here? Is it one green section and there's rows in there? And
Great question. Take me up to the very top, Doug.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything, actually don't move me around so I can draw. It'll make a lot of sense. Okay, so everything right here in this top, you can see all of this has a background image, right? So everything right here is in one section. You're one step closer to unlocking all the bonuses. That is in one section, and that section has a background. Then scroll me down, please, a little bit. You can see the clear line right here at the top, the clear break between the two sections. So everything here is its own section. And inside of that, we make our rows. Okay, you can scroll me down a little bit more here, Doug, and I'll show you how that's going to work. Like right here in the offer stack, this is a 2-column row. Column on the left where he just puts a headline and the order form itself. Column on the right where he puts an image, a headline. I believe that's an image or icons, and then he puts his bullet list where he makes the stack. So it's everything that you know. It's just sections, rows, and elements. If you want things side by side, that's a 2-column row. If you don't, it's a 1-column row. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. I think
Oops.
we're good.
Okay, well, that's perfect then. Yes, just model it exactly, Doug. Sections, rows, elements.
Okay, so I'll cut out.
Awesome. Great stuff, man.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, and let's round it out with Denise. How are we, Denise?
Hey, Dante. I'm good. How about you?
I am living the dream. Thanks for your patience. How can I help today?
Yeah, no worries. I've learned a ton today.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm getting super close on my funnel. So just a refresher, I have the sticker beard oil t-shirt funnel.
Yep.
And so I had a few questions. Do I need to include like a privacy policy, terms of service, things in my footer? Is that where I should put them?
Great question. I'm not a lawyer. I don't provide legal advice, and anything I say here is not the opinions of ClickFunnels. It's just the opinions of me, myself, Dante Torelli. Please don't do anything I tell you here at all. So, yes, in your footer, Denise, typically we would have our privacy policy and our terms and conditions, and you do want to set that up before you launch. You don't want to launch without terms. That leaves you liable to lawsuits. So before you launch, definitely go. You can use our free business tools page to create your.
Did I lose you?
I don't hear him either, Denise.
Yeah,
I see you just
we lost
fine.
them. Yeah, and I hear you, Charlie.
Okay, yeah. We've temporarily lost Dante.
Yes.
This is a problem when you have too hard of questions. It just makes all the technology fail.
Yeah. Oh. Is he
Trying to get a quick nap. You see what Doug said?
Yeah. After 2 hours of talking, probably.
He's so good. He can
I
do
know.
this and like he's just got the energy to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny. I don't know if you've used his Dante AI much, but it sounds just like him.
Yeah.
Responds to you. Oh, there's
Okay, can you hear me now?
yeah.
Okay, do you hear me now?
Yes.
What? Sorry, I think my Zoom just crashed. Okay, these were awesome questions. Did you hear my whole spiel about how
No.
I do? Okay, great. Let me
I
do
well,
this.
I heard the first part of it, like, don't take this as legal advice.
Okay, great. As long as that's
yeah.
in the recording, we're perfectly fine. Yeah, you want to have T&C, terms and conditions. You want to set those up on the front end, Denise. Don't launch without having that. That leaves you open to litigation because you don't have terms. So you don't want to have that. You can use our business tools page to get you a. Let me just pull it up here. And if I share, yes. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Nice. So we have a free business tools page, has tons of great tools on there. If you scroll down just a skosh, you'll see right here we have a privacy policy generator. Click on this right here, and let me just show you how it works. Tell me I have some fake info. Of course I don't. Let me just see if I can do this really quick. Come on now, and Come on, big money, no whammies. Okay, and we're gonna do bingo. So now it just made my privacy policy for me. A privacy policy is not a legally binding document, which is why we will create it for you ourselves here. All you have to do to make that privacy policy, you go to the very bottom and there's a button to copy to clipboard. Check this out. We copy to the clipboard. We're going to go back to our account, just go into any old funnel here. And how you can add these, Denise, really simply is adding pages at the very end of your funnel. Customers don't move past the order confirmation. Their journey stops right there. You might send them out to third-party resources like communities, websites, pages, yada, yada, but customers stop here. So just go add a page. We're just going to choose anything that's fast. So we're just going to go to this and create the page. All we need is a blank page. I don't have one set up on this account, which is my fault. But once we create that new page, I'm going to hop into it. I'm going to, oh yeah, my internet is terrible. I'm going to go in here. I'm just going to delete everything from the page. Bingo. Now it's a totally blank page. Whoops, I'm going to undo that just so I have a new section. We're going to add a section. It's going to be a blank section. One column row with a paragraph. Bingo. Now I can hop up here and delete. I'm going to go in. Remember, I went to my business tools page. I made my privacy. I copied to clipboard. That's all that I did. Come back to my funnel, to my blank page. I'm going to paste. And now I have my privacy policy created. Just make sure to save at the very top. Then this page has its own URL. So if I go preview, and then I go to the live page, here's the URL of my privacy policy. I just copy this URL, and then I'm going to go into, let's say, my main page, wherever I want to share this in my footer, right? So now I go down here. I would go to, I'm just going to add text here to make it really simple. Let's say this is my privacy policy. I highlight the text. I go to my hyperlink. I remove the hashtag, and I paste in the URL of my privacy policy page. In this instance, you'll probably want to use this little button. It makes the hyperlink text open in a new tab. So you never take them off of your page. They can always come back and do the thing with you. We click off, just like so, and bingo. Now that text is hyperlinked. Customers are able to click on it. You can see mine is showing white. That's just the color that I have set up. Like right here, you can see my hyperlink color is white. So if I go over here and I choose blue, just like so, bingo, now the color is blue. So you can edit and change all that. But that's what you want to do. Create your privacy policy and terms as their own pages. They get a URL. You just hyperlink it to the text. And you can use GPT for your terms and conditions. Everybody's doing that nowadays.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad I asked because you walked me through a bunch of stuff that I would have been scratching my head on. So
I figured.
yeah, okay. My next question is I still need to set up a payment solution. So should I use Payments AI, or I noticed that I now have Stripe available. Should I use Stripe?
Yes, you can do. I'm not, to be honest, Denise, I'm not fully sure what I don't know if you have direct access to Stripe or not.
Okay.
Just because you have access to the app. That would be that'd be a great question for support as to what you actually need. I would tell you to go ahead and get started with Payments AI.
Okay.
I think you're still going to be using Payments AI. And how it works, Payments AI is a payments orchestrator. Just like an orchestrator, they don't play the instrument. They keep everybody in time and tempo to make sure that everything works. That's all that Payments AI is. Like, for instance, Payments AI has payment dunning inside of it and also rerouting. So let's say somebody tries to purchase your product. This is really useful with overseas purchases with global companies. But let's say that somebody tries to make a purchase and where they purchased from got flagged from the vendor. They wouldn't be able to make that purchase. And for years, that's just lost sales. But in Payments AI, you can set up payment dunning. So, okay, it failed in that location. Try and run it from a different location. Oh, it worked just running it in a different location. The sale is now saved, not monies that you just lost. So that's what Payments AI is. It's a really great tool, but you link your Stripe into it. So you can still have all the monies go to your Stripe account. You can still use Stripe checkout. You can still use Stripe link we have inside of ClickFunnels. I would tell you to start right now with Payments AI, get that started, get that process rolling, and then talk to support and see. You might have abilities to go direct to Stripe and skip Payments AI. I just don't know that that's a thing yet.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and Doug just typed in here that you don't own your email customer list if you use Stripe, which is interesting because I want to own my customer email list.
100%.
So,
But
yeah.
I don't think that's true. You have ClickFunnels, so you own your
Right.
list in
Yeah,
all
yeah.
capacities. I think what Doug is referring to is if you like embedded a Stripe checkout on a page, then in that capacity, they would own your list. You would not get those leads. You wouldn't get the emails.
Makes
But
sense.
for
Okay.
you, that's never going to be a thing.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'll set up Payments AI. Is there like a video that walks through setting that up?
There is a video that walks you through it, but Denise, I would honestly, if you were my personal client, what I would tell you is to go to Payments AI support and get with them to start.
Okay.
Let me get you the link right now. Cool. I'll just show you what I'm going to share here. I'm going to share this link with you, and this little tile right here is to submit a ticket. I would start that right away with them. Just let them do it with you right the first time, right?
Oh.
Like, for instance, do you have an LLC or are you a sole proprietor?
Yeah, I'm LLC.
Yeah, beautiful. So let's make sure, let's let them have you set it up. It ensures that we set it up and do the right thing the first time. It takes about 24 hours for them to review the application and then push you into live status. So I just like to send you there. It can be confusing. There are a lot of options. Let's get it set up right with Payments AI support, and then you'll be rocking probably tomorrow.
Perfect. Okay. Are there any videos? I'm setting up my Pixel. I think I've done it. Like, I think I have it right. Between Dante AI and Chat GPT, I think I have it set up. But are there any videos on setting up the Pixel with ClickFunnels?
Not really. Did you put the pixel in the head tracking code of your funnel settings?
I did.
Yeah, so that's perfect. What you want to do from here, Denise, is test it. There's a Chrome plugin called Meta Pixel Helper.
Okay.
It's just an extension for your Chrome browser, just like Barnum PT or Go Full Page. I would download that. And then there's tons of video tutorials from Facebook themselves even about how to use the Pixel tool to test your Pixel. That's all you need to do. Run that simple test. Once you confirm that it got your lead and it tracked you, you're good to launch.
Okay, perfect. And then my last question before I walk you through my funnel, are there, so I want to make sure as I'm capturing emails that I have email campaigns set up for follow-up mails. Are there any videos on setting that up, and how do I do that?
Setting up your email automations.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe we have those trainings. They're in the expert track, and I forget exactly what day it is, but we definitely walk you through that. But I can show you really quick, Denise, if you want to share your screen.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Let's see. Okay, here I am in my funnel.
Okay, bingo. Remind me, what is the topic that got us here? I just blanked.
Oh, it's setting up the email campaigns.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so we're going to go to your order form step, second step in the funnel, the place people make a purchase. To the right of that, I have an envelope. Actually, I don't have an envelope. With you, I see the lightning bolt. So what that tells me is that you've not created a workflow. When you have a workflow, we'll see a green envelope there. But we just need to create a workflow, an email automation, and tie it to the order form where people make that purchase. So
Okay.
let's click that lightning bolt on the order form. Bingo.
maybe. There we go.
Now, top right, let's make a new workflow. Bingo. Go ahead and name it whatever you want. Only you see the name.
Okay.
All right, in the event type, this is going to be your fulfillment sequence when somebody makes a purchase. So the event type we're looking for is order successful purchase. Bingo. Go ahead and create the workflow. And now here we are, Denise, in the workflow builder. This is just your series of events, your step-by-step back-end process. Just like adding funnel steps, to add, all you do is click that little gray circle below the trigger. Yep, now you can add, and you have your entire series of events that you can choose from. Emails, delays, tagging, tons of cool features in here. But all we do is create the workflow, the step-by-step, really your email sequence, and bingo, every time somebody orders, every time somebody makes a successful purchase on your order form, whoop, they get added to the workflow and they go through your events in whatever order you make them.
Okay. What if they don't actually make a purchase? What if they just fill out that page 1 of the 2-step order form and I get their email address?
What a great question. That's going to be another workflow and another trigger. So let's go back to your order form. Click that step on the left-hand side for me. And now you'll see a green envelope that's saying, oh, there's a workflow connected. Great. Click on that for me. And we're going to see our first workflow.
There we go.
Bingo. There's our first workflow. You want to attach another. Top right, new workflow. Give it a name. Only you see the name. And the event type. Now we're looking for an abandoned cart on an order form that is opt-in. Look at you. You're a genius.
Okay.
Create the workflow. And now this will be your abandoned cart workflow. Create the series of events and the timing here. If they order, they go to your fulfillment. If they abandon the cart, they go here.
Perfect. Okay. I've got that, Ben.
Sweet.
That's exactly what I needed. Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay. I think that's all the questions that I had, but I would like to show you my funnel because I'm pretty much done. I have a few things. When we get to the page, I'll tell you what I'm still changing on it, but we'll start with the sales page. And
love the GIF in the top right there. It's so awesome, really interactive. The above the fold looked great. Nice image showing the sticker. Love that. Great.
And this had been an AI picture. I changed that out. I added a bullet, slap it on your truck, toolbox, or favorite mug, because the next page will show it on a pickup truck.
Yep.
Now, I wanted to ask you about this like the little tiny details. I have limited inventory, only 10 beard season never ends stickers per household. On my order form, I'm offering a 1, 3, or a 5-pack. Should I change this to 5? Should I take this away? Okay.
If 5 is the highest number, then we'll make that 5.
Okay. All right. I'll change that. And I got a couple of testimonials. Okay.
Nice. Great.
So that's it for that page. This, my order form. Let me go back up. So I've added a GIF here. This was originally a static picture that was AI, but
so good. Love this.
Perfect. And then I have my testimonials and my 2-step order form. Satisfaction guaranteed. I've got my frequently asked questions.
And reviews. Perfect, Denise. You're killing it.
Okay, great. And then, oh, let me ask you this. So yesterday I was playing with this 2-step order form, and when I Oh, it looks good today. Yesterday,
Nice.
when I was playing with it, my little images had become very like pixelated, and you couldn't tell that they were the multi-packs of stickers.
Yep.
I was like, great, now what did I do? Um, what I need to do, I'm tossing in a mystery sticker.
Yep.
Um, so I'm going to add to this image. I tried doing that yesterday and it just wasn't displaying in here. So I'm going to play with that a little bit more to get that to show up on this in this little box right here.
Yeah, you can play with it, but that little image box is really small to start out, and it's going to be
Yeah.
difficult for you to like really showcase unless you have image under it plus under it mystery. It's going to be just difficult to have an image that shows that. So if you hit a snag with it, I wouldn't be super concerned. Just make sure your copy says that.
Okay.
Most popular, and then I would start it out right there. Plus receive a free mystery sticker and then the description.
Okay. All right. I'll do that then.
Nice.
Perfect. All right. So that's it for that page. Now we go into the beard oil. And so we've gone in and taken some pictures.
Mhm.
I'm going to be adding like some testimonials before and after images here. This one's just an AI generated one as a placeholder, but I'll get
Mhm.
that fixed. I've added the ingredients.
Love that.
Like you suggested, and I have an image that's got like a drop, a picture of a drop, and I'm gonna put like 4 to 6 weeks inside of it, and then I'll add it to this,
Yes, perfect.
kind of highlight how long it'll last.
Mhm.
And I think that's it for this one.
We're golden so far, Denise. Great stuff.
Great. Okay. And then we move on to the t-shirt. Whoops. Maybe.
That is very interesting. I'm just seeing a lot of formatting stuff out of this.
Yeah, something's going on here.
Oh, it's your browser 100%.
Yeah.
If you go to Chrome, you probably won't have this issue.
Okay. Let me do that really quick.
Well, you can probably just go try your other OTO page just above. Is that working normal?
All of a sudden it's
Oh, there you go. It'll work. It'll work. Go back, put your mouse down, and just there you go.
Oh,
Edit.
there we
Now
go.
click right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Um, so this one you haven't seen. This is the t-shirt funnel.
Great headlines. Awesome work.
So I included the information about the t-shirt here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
So good, Denise. So good. Like I was speaking about with Charlie earlier, if you wanted, you could add more to this, right? You could add what the shirt is made of. You could add more information about the product, but
Uh-huh.
to start, I would launch with this all day, every day. This looks absolutely perfect.
Okay.
Again, I'm such a big fan of launching. I'm such a big fan of getting it live because that's where we learn everything. Like you have Microsoft Clarity on this funnel, correct?
I do. Yeah.
So getting people to run through, just getting live and getting data is by far the most important thing. You could launch with this all day, every day, and then build upon it when you get live.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Last question that I have for you on the funnel itself. So I haven't done anything with this page. I'm assuming once they get through the funnel, they'll end up with confirmation page, right? That's what
Correct.
this will be. Okay. So I'll go in and add my um, branding to it.
Yep.
And then I just delete these 6 other products, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. I will do that. Let me stop sharing. And then you had mentioned, and I don't remember who it was to, about running the, oh, I think it was Charlie, about running the Facebook ads. You had said to start with 3 days and 3 times your product cost. So with mine, would I use the sticker? So say like it's the 5 pack is $9.95 to ship. Would I do $30?
Use the price of one quantity. So what does one sticker cost a customer?
$4.95.
So 3x 495 is what our daily spend should be.
Okay. And then I just run that for 3 days. If I'm getting sales, leave it running.
That's exactly right. Run it for 3 days. If you're getting sales, you can keep letting it run. But we need to give time for it to sit and settle. Give it 3 days because we're training a pixel as well. It needs that time. And then
Yeah.
after 3 days, yes, we're really looking at our stats. What we're looking for is you want an average of 3 sales a day. So 3 sticker sales a day. That would be 9 sales total after your 3 days of running ads. If we see that, amazing. We hit our metrics. Now that means life. That means we can do more of the thing. Let's go look at our clarity recordings. Let's see what clarity recommends that we can tweak and change and upgrade and get better. 100%.
Okay. All right. Yeah. My original plan was going to be, I was just going to turn it on for like $30 a day and just let it run. But it sounds like just turn it on for the 3 days and see how we're doing. And then,
Yep. Put it
Okay.
on it'll be like $15 a day at ad spend. Put it on for 3 days and we'll see what happens.
Okay. And you said if I'm getting 3 sales a day, then things are good.
Things are great, but don't look every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only look at the very end. You may very well see all of your sales come through in the last hour of the last day.
Okay, all right, yeah. Like Charlie, I'm actually going on vacation next week, so not to the same place. I'm going to be in Denver, so
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I need to start recommending that. Go on vacation when you launch. That'll be a great way that
There
nobody's
we
in
go.
there spying on their stuff.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you.
Awesome. You got it, Denise. Great work. All right, gang. What a fun day. This is fantastic. I love my job. Thank you all for your patience. I know we went a little bit longer, but that was really great. So much awesome stuff that you're doing, so much great training, so much great information. I hope everybody took something from today that they can apply to their funnels or their business right now. So I'll let you all go for now. We'll be back live tomorrow, same time, same place. Looking forward to it, gang. Have a great one.